Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture of Python Programming Unit 2. So, till now we have seen so many concepts regarding our Python programming in Unit 1. So, what are the things that we have discussed in Unit 1, students? We have discussed what is a Python, why it is important, what are the features of Python, and we have seen various operators, data types of Python, and various string functions. All those things we have seen in the previous lectures. So, today in this lecture, let us see uh, the strings and how to declare a string, how to use the strings, and how to read a text from a file, and how to extract a number from a file, and how to write into the file. Coming to the syllabus of this syllabus of the second unit, we are having control statements. So what are control statements, students? We have seen three types of control statements, isn't it? What are the three types of control statements that we have seen? That is sequential control, iterative control, and we have seen, what is the next one? Selection control, isn't it? So here we have seen if else if, nested if else, nested loops, and we have seen what is while loop, what is for loop, and we have seen break, continue, and past statements, okay, in our previous lectures. Today in this lecture, we will see about what is strings and text files. Under the strings and text files, we will see how to access a character and substring in a string. Okay, so how you are accessing a character from a string, and how the substrings will be taken out from a string. And we will see the new concept that is very new to you, that is data encryption. And also we will see strings with the number systems. As you all know number systems very well in your DLD subject. So let us see those number systems also in this lecture. And we will see the string methods which are related to the text files. So what is the today's objective of learning this lecture, students? The today's objective is to access individual characters in a string, and also to convert a string representation of a number from one base to another base. That is nothing but base 2 is converted into base 10. Clear, students? Then also we use so many string methods to manipulate the strings, and also main objective is how to open a text file for output and input, and how to read a string or a number, how to write a string or a number to the file. Let us see the objectives of this lecture. Then moving on to the today's agenda. What is today's agenda? By this you can easily say that our agenda is to access the string, access the substring in a string, what is data encryption, reading of text files, and writing of text files. Let us see each and everything in this lecture. Yes, coming to the structure of string. So the structure of string, as of now you all already known that in our first unit I have told you what is the structure of string. The string structure can be a very easy thing in this Python programming. We can represent a string using with a single quotation, or with a double quotation, or with a triple quotation, isn't it? So before going to the representation of the string, first of all we can easily say that a string is a data structure in Python. Yes, string is a data structure in Python. Then the length function is used to return the string length. We can easily extract the length of the string using which function? Length function. What are those these functions, students? Yes, we are having so many devices. Let us take your remote, your TV remote. Your TV remote, each and every button in the TV remote will having a specific function, isn't it? That is predefined. So the to go to the channel 1, we press 1. We go back to the previous menu, we will press back, isn't it? So each and every button in in your remote is having different functionality which is predefined in your remote. Is that the thing that happens, students? In the same way, here also, to manipulate the functions, to manipulate the string, to access the string, to get the substring or what not, what we get, all the functions, all the operations will be done using functions. Those are predefined in Python programming language. Is it clear, students? Then, talking about len function. Len function is used to return the string length, which means it returns the number of characters in the string. Clear? So let us take with an example here. Len of the string. What is the string that we have seen here? The string that we have seen here is hi there. So how many characters are there in this string? H1, 2, and the space takes another character, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. With the exclamatory mark, it will take 9 characters totally. So, what is the length of that specified string? The length of the specified string is 9. Is it okay, students? Then, talking about an empty string. If you give empty string, what is the length of an empty string? The length of the empty string is 0. Is that clear? So that is the use of len function. Here if you have seen, hi there is represented in the form of a indexes. How the indexes are given to the string. If you have seen this, h will occupy the index 0. I will occupy the index 1. Space will occupy the index 2. And what about not? T, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each and every character in the string will occupy the index position as like your arrays in C programming. In your C programming, array will occupy, array index starts from 0, isn't it? In the same way, here the strings will occupy the index. The index will always starts from 0. Is that clear, students? And what is the end index of a string? The end index of a string is stated as -1. Is it clear? Then move on to the next operator. So how the string look like? What is the syntax of string? A string with an integer expression. We will give the string of an integer expression. Okay. So let us take a string that is our college name, that is Vignan's Nirulla. Let us take the string. The string is Vignan's Nirulla. So in this Vignan's Nirulla, let us extract name of 0. So the character which is there in the index 0. Can anyone tell me what is the name of 0's output in the specified string? Yes. What is the output? Because V occupies the value 0. V occupies the value 0. So what is the output here? V. So the index 0 containing the character V. In the same way, let us extract name of 3. Name of 3. And also name of len of name. Name of len of name. What is name of 3? What is name of 3? Yes, you can easily get the name of 3 value. So V takes 0, I takes 1, G takes 2, N takes 3. So what is the output of name of 3? Is N. That is small n. Then talking about the next one, that is name len of name. We are extracting the value, that is length of name. But as you all know, the string index starts from 0. So what is the index of A here? So what is the total number of total length of the specified string? V1, 1, 2, Vi, G, N, A, N, apostrophe, S, space, N, I, R, U, L, A. Total 15. So what is the length of the string? 15. Is it possible to extract the name of 15? No. because we are having the index starts from 0. So what is the length? What is the last character index? The last character index is 14, not 15. So it is an index error. Is that clear, students? Then take the same string, do some more. Then len name of -1. What you get? Means the last character value. The last character value. So what is the last character value we get? That is A. That is A. Is that clear? Then talking about name of -1. As I already told you, what is the last character? How you extract the last character? The last character index can be specified as -1. So what is the value? A. Let us extract name of -2. How -2 value is extracted? The -2 character value is extracted as the last but one character. What is the last but one character we have? L. In the same way, -3 U, -4 R, -5 I, -6 N, and so on. Is that clear, students? So in this way, the subscripts will be accessed through index of a string. Then let us take another example. So here there is a data. Data is a variable which is having a string hi there. Okay. So data which is having a string hi there. How you are performing this one? For index in range length of data. Okay. So what is the length of the data? Is 9. Okay. So for each and every iteration, you are printing the character and its index, data of index. So what is the output? I think the output is H0, I0, space 1, I1, space 2, T3. Is that the thing that will be displayed, students? Let us see the output. Yes. So the index is 0, the value is H. The index is 1, the value is I. The index is 2, the value is space. The index is 3, the value is T. Is that clear? So in this way, the subscript with index will be taken place. Then talking about slicing for substring. Slicing means extracting a substring from a string by using colon operator. Here colon operator is used to differentiate the start of the string and end of the string. Okay. So Python subscript operator can be used to obtain a substring through a process called slicing. You call that process as slicing. For this what you are using? For this you are using colon symbol in your subscript. It specifies the start index and end index of variables. Start and end index of a character. Is that clear? Here, let us take a variable that is name which is assigned with myfile.text. Myfile.text. What you are doing? Here you are extracting name of 0, that is colon subscript, and you are not at all giving any end string. Then your substring must start with the start index 0. So what is displayed? The entire data will be displayed. That is myfile.text. Is that clear? Then talking about the next example. Let us extract the same thing. Name 0:1. So the string is myfile.text. Your first character is 0 and your end character is 1. What will be displayed? It starts from 0 and end at 1. What will be displayed? It will display only the first character because the start index is included to extract the substring, whereas the end character will not be included to extract the substring. Is that clear? Clear, students? Yes. So M is displayed. Then talking about name of 0:2 means 0 is the start index, 2 is the end index. Means, so it will include the value, it will include the character at 0 index, it will include the character at 1 index, but it will not include the character at 2 index. Is that clear? Yes. So what is the output? My. Yes. Then coming to the next example. Here you have given name, colon, len of name. Means, so you are not at all specifying any start index here, but you are specifying the end index. Means it will start from the starting and it will print the entire string. Okay, so what is the entire string we get? That is myfile.text. Done? Then next one, name -3 colon. What does -3 states? From last third character. From last third character. So what is the last third character? I think myfile.text. What is the last third character? That is T. The T will be displayed. So the start index is -3. So it will print till the end. It will print till the end. So txt will be printed. Is that clear? Is that clear, students? Next, name 2:6. What is 2:6? It will start at index 2 and it will end at index 6. So what is there in the index 2? The index 2, it contains F. At index 5 it contains E, because the sixth index will not be entertained. Clear? Clear, students? Yes. Then move on to testing for the substring within an operator. How you do that one? Okay. Here we have taken a list of strings. Okay. The file list contains 3 lists of strings. The first one is myfile.text, myprogram.exe, yourfile.txt. Okay. How you extract this? For file name in file list. So each and every string will be extracted and it is assigned to file name. Okay. If that file name consists of .txt, then what will happen? You have to print the file name. Otherwise, you have to discard. So what is the output? It will be printed as myfile.text and yourfile.text, because txt contains in the 2 items in your list, that is myfile.text and yourfile.text. Both will be printed. Is that clear? Is that clear, students? Yes. Then talking about data encryption. Before going to see what is data encryption, first of all, we have to know why we need data encryption. Why we need data encryption? What is data encryption actually? If you are sending a data from sender to receiver in a network, no other person will interfere into your message and corrupt your message. Okay, to overcome that situation, you are encrypting your data. You are somewhat mesmerizing your message while sending to your receiver. Then the receiver only understand what you have sent, because you are giving a code for that. For using that code, he can decrypt the data. Okay, so what else are doing here? A sender will send a data, that is plain text, that is encrypted by using some algorithms. Okay, you call that encrypted text as ciphertext, and that text is transmitted over a network and it is given to the receiver. What the receiver do to see the original message? He has to decrypt the data. He has to decrypt the ciphertext to plain text by decryption algorithm. Is that clear, students? So for security purpose, we majorly using this data encryption. We will see lot of algorithms in your going lectures, that is in your going subjects, because you are just in second year. In your third year, you will come across what is a network, why we need all these things. We will see it in their later classes. Okay, so the thing you want to understand is we are sending a data from sender to receiver. While sending a data, you are not sending the original data. You are encrypting the data. That encrypted data is called as ciphertext. That data is transmitted to the receiver. The receiver will decrypt the ciphertext to its plain text and receive the information. That's the thing that is happening. So to overcome that one, we are doing a program. We are doing a small program fulfill this data encryption. Okay, so what is data encryption? Data encryption can be used to protect information transmitted over networks. To protect your information for security purpose, you are using this data encryption. So many protocols have several secure versions. So you are having HTTP protocols. So many protocols are there to use to use this data encryption. Okay. So one or more keys are used to encrypt the message to produce what text? Ciphertext. So the plain text is nothing but the message which was with the sender. The sender will encrypt the key, encrypt the message, then we call that text as ciphertext, and we will send it to the receiver. At the receiver end, receiver will decrypt the ciphertext into its original plain text form. Okay, so what are the algorithms or what are the methods that are there to use to do data encryption? Or we are having Caesar cipher and block cipher are the two methods that we are using. They are also old methods. So we are having, we can actually encrypt and decrypt your data by using Caesar cipher methods. Let us see that one. Okay, so in this, what is Caesar cipher? What does it do? Caesar cipher will replace each character in the plain text with a character at a given distance. Means, so if I have given A, it will replace A with another character with a distance away. Means, if I want to send a character A, instead of A, I will add three characters to A. Means B, C, D. D will be transmitted instead of A. In the receiver end, what you told? The receiver wants to decrypt the data. Instead of D, instead of D, what does the receiver do? Receiver will subtract from the D value. So D, C, B, A. So A is the output. Okay, so in this ciphertext, what we generally do is we will replace each character in the plain text with a character from a distance away. So how it will happen? So for example, ciphertext equals 3 characters. Suppose I have a string called invaders. So invaders will be encrypted as L, Q, Y, D, G, H, U, V. How will it happen? So as you see, what is I? After I, J, K, L. Means we have taken 3 characters. So I is replaced with L. Clear? Then coming to N. M, N, O, P, Q. Means 3 characters. Is that clear? So how this has been done? How you are adding these 3 values to your text, to your character? Means you are not adding the character, you are adding the ASCII values to the particular text. Then only it will be replaced with the original character. Is that clear? So I have given an example in the next lecture also. Okay, clear-cut example. Next. So what let us encrypt our data. Okay, first what is the input we have to take? We have to take any word in lowercase, because as of now we are using ASCII values. We will use to encrypt the data a small word. So I will take the lowercase message. Okay, so I have to give I have to take a one word which is of lowercase. Okay, so that will be assigned to the plain text. That will be assigned to the plain text. Then distance. I want to give the distance, how far my value will be encrypted. Okay, so let us take the distance, that is of integer type. Okay, then we have to take the code, that is the encrypted data will be stored in somewhere. So that is code. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to take each and every character in the plain text. Okay, and first convert that plain text character to the ASCII value. How it is converted into ASCII value? By using odd function. So as I already told you, odd function is used to convert a character to ASCII value. Okay. Then the cipher value is equal to, what is the cipher value then? As of now I have told you, we have to add 3, what the distance value that we have given, that is added to the odd value and it is stored in the cipher value. Okay. When we get the cipher value, we have to search for that character, that particular character, because in cipher value what will be there? ASCII value will be there. So we have to search for the particular ASCII value character. So that is done here. If the cipher value is greater than Z, there is no value. If it is greater than Z, we can't do anything. Isn't it? So we have to come out and we have to do all those things later. If it is less than RD value only, we can do anything. Okay. So if it is less than outer value, what we do? We will add that cipher value, convert it into character, that is CHR cipher value. We are converting the ASCII value to a character and we are placing it in the code. We are placing it in the code. Then just print out code. Okay. In this way the encryption will be done. In the same way, how decryption will be done? We have to take the code first. We have to give the code first. Then for that code, we need distance. Again, we have to convert it into plain text. How have you done? Same thing. We will convert the character, the specified character to ASCII value, and then that value, thus ASCII value is subtracted from the distance because we have to come back for the original message, isn't it? So see the example. So code, we have to take the input as code, then distance, then we have to take the plain text for printing the output. Each and every character in the code, what we have to do? We have to convert it into ASCII value, and that ASCII value is subtracted from the distance. That value is stored in the cipher value. Is that clear? Yes. Then if it is less than Z, we can't do anything. Is less than A means we have to take that value to the greater than A value. So that will be done here. Then the plain text will be added, a particular character, the cipher value, the character will be extracted and it is stored in the plain text. So print plain text. Is that clear, students? Yes. So what is the output, how it gets? Let us see. So for encryption, the one word code that I have given is invaders with a distance 3. So that is the value that I have got. Okay. If I give that code in the decryption algorithm with the same distance 3, we again get the invaders text. Is that clear? So this is about data encryption and data decryption. Is it okay? Then let us move on to the block cipher. Till now we have seen Caesar cipher. So what is block cipher? Block cipher is nothing but it uses the plain text character to compute 2 or more encrypted characters. So to encrypt a message, it will use 2 or more characters. Means it will add some data in the front of the character and it will add some data in the back of the character. Then that will be the encrypted character. Okay. So each encrypted character is computed using 2 or more plain text characters. Okay. So block cipher, we are not at all performing any operations here. The Caesar cipher is enough for us. Okay. We will see it later in our later classes. Clear? So it majorly uses, the block cipher majorly uses invertible matrix. Okay. Then coming to strings and number system. So as you all know the number system very well. So binary to decimal, decimal to binary, like base, octal number, hexadecimal number, as you all know very well. Okay. So all the arithmetic operations usually use what type of numbers? Decimal numbers. Okay. Means base 10 number system. Then a binary number is a system used to information for the digital computer, isn't it? The computer understandable thing is a binary number, that is either 0 or 1. Only 0 or 1 will be understandable by the computer. So that is a binary number. Then Talking about other number systems, that is octal, that is base 8, and hexadecimal, that is base 16. Clear? Then let us move on to the each and every system. Okay, here in this we are positioning the numbers that is of base 10. How will you get 4 into 10 power 2, 1 into 10 power 1, 5 into 10 power 0. 10 power 0 is 1, 10 power 1 is 10, 10 power 2 is 100. We are calculating. In this way, if you calculate, we get the same number, that is 415. Okay. So in the same way, if you are having a binary number, if you are having a either 0 or 1 format, how will you convert it into a decimal number? We will convert it into a decimal number by, from the left to right, we will choose from 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5 and 2 power 6. In that way, we will calculate the decimal number, isn't it? So let us see how to convert a binary number to a decimal number with a program. Yes. So what is the input that we take? We take the input as string of bits. Okay. We will take the input as zeros and ones. Okay. Then what is the decimal number? Initially it is 0. Okay, so what is the exponent we generally have? The exponent will start from 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. So, the length of the string minus 1 is your exponent. Isn't it? Then, coming to, for each and every digit in the bit string, what we have to do? We have to calculate the decimal number. So, decimal number is equal to decimal plus what you are doing? You are converting the each digit, each character there into integer and calculating the exponent, that is 2 power exponent. What will be the exponent? That will be there. Initially the highest the length of the exponent will be there. Later on the exponent will be subtracted, decremented throughout the string when the digits are completed. At last we will get the decimal value. So what is the taken value? That is 1, 1, 1, 1 means 2 power 0 plus 2 power 1 plus 2 power 2 plus 2 power 4. We get 15. In the same way, in the next example, 101. 2 power 0 plus 2 power 1 into 0. We didn't get. 2 power 2. 2 power 2 is 4. 4 plus 1, 5. We will get the decimal number. Is that clear? So, in this way, we convert a binary number to a decimal number. Okay. Then, let us convert a decimal number to a binary number. How you will convert this one? Yes. You take the input as a decimal number. If it is 0, print 0. Else what we have to do? We have to divide the decimal number by 2. Okay. If it a remainder, we have to store it. Then if you get the coefficient, we have to store it. Till now we get the string. Clear? So let us see with an example. That is here. 34 is the decimal number that I have taken. So initially what is the, it is divided by 2. What we get? We get 7. 17 is the coefficient. Remainder is 0. And the number we get is 0. In the same way, it repetitively divide the number with a 2. We get at last the values. That values are nothing but a binary number of the particular decimal integer. Is that clear, students? Then, talking about text files. Okay. I think you all know about files. What are files? Why we need files actually? So, through prompt we can give input, isn't it? But if you are having a large amount of input, that is 100 lines of input I have to give through prompt. What's the problem? Yes, it is a big problem. It is a big problem to try to type 100 lines at a time. Okay, instead of doing that, what we can do? We can store the input in a file and we supply that file whenever it is needed. Okay, then it is very easy. Isn't it? So the same thing here. The text file is a software object that stores the data in a permanent medium. It will be stored in the disk or it will be stored in the CD, that is your hard disk or in a CD. So when compared to keyboard inputs, the human user has a main advantage over this input through file. Okay, what are the major advantages that we have? The data can input much be more quickly and with a less chance of error. Yes, if you type the 100 lines of input at a time, we will get any type of errors, isn't it? So instead of that, if you store that one in a text, then it is very easy for us. Okay, so then a data set can be much larger when you give it in through prompt. Okay, and also if you want to repeatedly use the same data, if you give it through prompt, you have to repeatedly type the data. So that work will be reduced here. We can write the data in a file and we use it whenever it is needed. Is that clear? Yes. Then coming to writing text to a file. How you write a text to a file? Okay, data can be output to a text file using file object. So to do this, we have to first open our file, or else we have to create our file. There is no command to create our file. Instead of that, it is the only command that we use to open the file, and we can also create the file. Okay, so that is fopen. So f is equal to open a specific file in write mode. If you want to write the data to your file, you have to open the file in W mode, means write mode. So what does this statement do? This statement it will create a file in write mode. You can write any type of data to this file. Okay. If the file is already created, then what will happen? It will erase the data what is there previously, and it will ask you to rewrite your data. Okay, so there is no question of creation of file. There is no command for creation of file. The open file itself, if the file is there, it will open in the write mode. If the file is not there, it will create a new file. Clear? Then talking about the next, how you write your data to your file? By using write function, that is f.write. What you are writing here? In the first line you are writing first line. In the second line you are writing second line. By /n you are separating the first line and second line. Is it okay? Then after all the things that we have written to your file, what we have to do? You have opened the file, you have write the data to your file, then what we have to do? You have to close your file. That is f.close. Is that clear? Then what happens? In your folder, myfile.txt file is created. In that file, what is there? In that file, it is having two statements. The first statement is first line. The second statement is second line. Clear? Clear, students? Yes. Then writing numbers to a file. Here you have written data to your file. Now let us write numbers to a file. So to write the numbers to a file, we are using a small concept called random numbers. Okay, so this random numbers will be placed by using random module. So you have to import random, that is random module. In this random module, we are having randint function which is used to generate at a random of numbers. Okay, so what is our duty? Our duty is to first open the file in write mode, that is integers.txt in write mode. Okay, so for each count from 1 to 500, we are generating random numbers. So how many numbers will be created in the integer.txt file? Yes, 500 random numbers that are generated from 1 to 500. They may be repetitions. Okay, here randint function is used to generate random numbers. Clear? Then f.write is used to write the data to your file. So for each and every iteration, it will generate a number and it is stored in the number. That number is, by using the f.write, you are placing the number in your file. Clear? Then close the file. So in this way, you write the numbers to a file. Is it clear? Yes. Then moving on to the next one. That is how you read your files. So open the file in read mode. Then if it is there, if the path name is correct, it will show you the file. If the path name is wrong, it raises an error. You have to show the specified path. Means where your file is located. You have to show that one. Clear? Then text is equal to f dot read. Read function is used to read the file. What the things that are there in the file are assigned to the text value. Text variable. If you print text variable, what is there in the file? First line, second line. That will be printed. Okay. So this is used to read the values. Clear? Then let us move the next one, that is f dot open in the read mode. If you want to read line by line at a time, then you have to take it in a for loop. For line in f, print line means each and every line will be printed for each every iteration. Okay. Then if it is not good, then you can go for the another method that is called read line method. The read line method is used to extract the data of each line at a time. Okay. So while taking the while loop, you are extracting the each and every line at a time. Where you are breaking the loop, whenever the space encounters, you are breaking the loop. Okay. So the same first line and second line will be printed. So you can read your file by using a read function, or you can read your file by using a for loop, each and every line, or you can read your file by using read line function. Is that clear? Then reading numbers from a file. How you read numbers? Till now we have read the text, isn't it? So how we read numbers? So open the file in read mode. Take we are calculating the sum of the numbers. Okay. So using the split function, each and every line, in the each and every line, the word will be assigned to the word list, and the word list will extract each and every character in that word, and they are converted into integer, and it is placed in the number. Okay. You are adding the sum of each and every character in that string. Okay. The total numbers in the string will be calculated, and it is displayed using sum. Is that clear? So in this way, the reading of numbers from a file will be taken place. So let us have a recap of what we have discussed till now. So we have seen accessing a string. How you access a string? By using its index, isn't it? How you access a substring? By using slicing operator, that is colon. Okay. Then data encryption will be done by using Caesar cipher. Plain text will be converted into Caesar cipher text by using data encryption algorithm, and that will be decrypted into plain text by using data decryption algorithm. Okay. Then we have seen a reading of text files. We can read the text file, or else we can read numbers from the file, or we can read the strings from the file. In the same way, writing of text files, we can print a text file string. We can write the string to our text file, or we can write numbers to our text file. These are the examples we have seen in this lecture. So students, I will show you each and everything by executing in the next video. Okay. So thank you so much for listening to this. So you have to practice well for each and everything that is there that we discussed today. In the next lecture, I'll show you the execution of each and every program and each and every method. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.